Hello YouTube, Tech Help is back here, and today I'm going to show you all of the blocks in Scratch. So last time we covered the whole interface on making projects, but not really about the blocks and the coding. So today I'm going to show you some of the blocks we're going to need for our next game in the next video called Pong. I'll explain more about that next time, but for now, let's get into this. So there's this tab here called Events. And basically the basics about events is that when an event happens, it'll trigger a code. And the only one we really need to know about, there's two actually. The when the green flag clicked, and then when the key is pressed. So, when the green flag is clicked, let's make a sprite here, so you can say stuff, because Backdrop cannot talk. That'd be kind of weird. But, say you wanted this blank sprite here to say something. So when the green flag was clicked, obviously, bring in this say block, and then click the green flag. Boom, it says it. So we talked about this last video, but I just want to review it. Basically, when you click the green flag, this event happens. There's also this new guy right here, when the key is pressed. So let's just use the space key as an example, but we can change it to any key we want, numbers or letters. And let's bring in a say hello block to that one too. And take this one out. So when you click the green flag, nothing happens because we didn't put anything under it. But when we click the space key, look at that. And it will say hello. So good, we got those two blocks done. Let's move on to loops. So basically a loop is something where a certain event will occur if it fits the parameters of the loop. So let's go to this section here. And I'm going to show you two different kinds of loops. A forever loop and an if-else loop. So basically a forever loop, whatever you put inside the loop will happen continuously. So that's pretty self-explanatory. I'm actually going to show you an example later. And in the if loop, basically an if-then loop is if the parameter, say like the color is green, then it'll execute an event in here. Otherwise, it'll go in here. More on that later in the next game. So let's move on to some motion in blocks. Once again, I'm not covering every block. I'll show you more at the end of the course, ones we're not going to end up using. So there's the move 10 steps block. So basically whenever this happens, the sprite will move 10 steps in this direction. If it's a positive number and a negative number, it'll move to the left. Let's actually draw in just a quick sprite here so we can visualize it. Just fill it in. Nice peachy color. So let's click the green flag here. And let's put the move 10 steps in the forever to see what happens. And as you can see, it just continuously moves in this direction. So that's pretty neat. Now I'm going to also show you the show and hide blocks and the costume blocks. So what I haven't showed you yet is the sprite can have costumes. Say it's peach right now, but we want to make another version of it that's green. Just duplicate that and play the green. Look at that, two costumes. So when the green flag is clicked, we want it to be the first costume, right? So let's put the switch costume block, which switches the costume of the sprite at the beginning. But then maybe when the space key is pressed, it says hello and turns green. Let's see what happens. You can't really see it right now. Let's drag it out. Oh, it's moving 10 steps. We should probably stop that. Click the green flag. So it's costume 1 right now, and I click space. Bam! Works great. Let me also show you the show and hide blocks. So maybe it shows when the green flag is clicked and hides when the space key is pressed. So let's just see that. Turns to costume 1, shows. Then click it, and it hides. And you can't see the other ones because it is hidden, basically. And let me show you one more block in this video, and then we'll be ready to make a Pong game. You excited? I sure am. So it's this touching block. So let's put in an if loop here. And if it's touching mouse pointer. So if the sprite is touching the mouse, let's have it move 10 steps. Else, it'll move negative 10 steps. We can visualize this whole steps thing too. So when I was touching the mouse, oh, we didn't put the program into the. Watch out. Alright. So it's moving -10, but then I touch the mouse pointer to it, it starts moving to the right. Alright? So, we will discuss other blocks later in future tutorials, but for now, let's make a game. Peace.